You know the crazy thing about it? Like, I hate to be that dude because I love this shit. I love the fashion shit, right? But yo, what is Pharrell doing at LV, bro? Like, we gotta have an honest conversation. Like, first of all, we know the history. We know he was with Babe. You know, we know he was doing a few other collaborations that meant a lot to the culture, right? When Pharrell was really doing this thing, his influence was top notch type shit. So now I just don't understand why you would take it from streetwear. And of course, like everything else, there's a natural elevation. Like we understand that. So it's like I don't expect a nigga to still be, baked up or whatever the case may be because style has elevated, right? Cool, cool. With that out the way, fine. But even as of late, just as of recently, maybe a few years back, he's with Human Made. He was still doing collaborations with Nego and shit like that. And a lot of those clothes the majority of those clothes were still affordable in terms of the consumer base of streetwear buyers, streetwear consumers. So it just made sense. Like, all right, you're rekindling your collaborative efforts with Nego. You're helping him out with the human made stuff, et cetera, et cetera. So it worked out. But now, yo, look at this shit, bro. LV. I don't know if this is like some type of crocodile ass, but this right here, 153 racks. First of all, this is what I'm saying about the streetwear and transition into high fashion, right? Who in the hell is this coat for? I get it. If you get like, okay, let's just dismay the veil of mystique, right? A lot of your favorite rappers, and I mean a lot of them. I'm not talking about like Drake tier or Kanye tier. I'm not talking about that tier. That's like the A plus tier rapper, right? But when you go down to like B minus rappers and C plus rappers, all of these niggas is taking their clothes back, bro. Like, let's just keep it a stack. And a lot of the people that watch them don't understand that. A lot of these dudes got stylists. And so, like, a lot of people got younger stylists that they just run into Neiman's. A lot of these rappers have like booster friends and shit like that in the city. Niggas is just going to stores, busting down. They might shove the whole sweater in the crotch. They might shove the whole sweater in the crotch and then take the shit back to Jim Jones, Fab, whoever. Like, yo, Fab, let me style you for tonight. The sweater came from the crotch, my nigga. They're doing this. So the point that I'm trying to make is for rappers, all of these clothes are disposable because they can't really be seen in the same thing twice. Therefore, the value for them dies after they wear it. So it's basically like, yo, you see this coat right here, 153,000 racks. I'm pretty sure the only rappers that you're going to see wearing this coat is probably the Clips because this is under Pharrell's management at LV. So he'll cede his best friends or his close friends this coat. But you're not going to see a D-list rapper in this coat. That's facts. Unless they're friends with an A-list rapper. Like, you might see... Now, don't get surprised. You might see a nigga like YK Osiris or something happen to be in this coat. Why? Because he's friends with Drake. He's friends with a whole bunch of people at that top rank. So it's nothing for him to go play dress up in one of these niggas' closets. It's nothing. But for a D-list rapper to get this coat, you're not seeing it. They don't have the relationships with Pharrell. They're not going to be able to obtain such an item. But, like, just look at all this shit, bro. Like, I understand, like, the briefcases and all that, 55 racks. These are, like, museum quality, display quality. A lot of people get, like, older Louis luggages and shit, and they don't even wear them. Like, if you see a nigga in economy with these, this nigga's doing some type of scamming or something. People don't even really use these to travel type shit. So, same thing with this chest here, this little trunk. 68 racks. I mean, if it's going inside of a mansion and it's just going to stay in your foyer, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? 68 racks to go in the foyer, it might be a good buy. It might be a good buy. But everything else, like these prices, I mean, the glasses, that's not bad. But 2,800 for these to look like an old... You're going to look like... What's the bitch's name on Golden Girls? You're going to look like Betty White in these right here. So I'm not really into it. So my whole thing is, the moral of the story is, I'm just trying to figure out, is Pharrell as good for LV as we thought he was going to be? Because let's just keep it a stack, man. When Virgil was at LV, shit was lit when Virgil was at LV. You understand what I'm talking about? Shit was lit when Virgil was at LV. It wasn't really like this. Like, he was pushing boundaries. He was kind of bringing streetwear into the runway, on the runway. So like that type of insight to what goes on at a big luxury fashion house was so interesting to the average consumer, especially a streetwear consumer. But Pharrell, see, this is what I'm talking about. You see this nigga right here? This is Pharrell. I want to see these type of prices. The niggas that wear shit like this, these are the type of individuals that's gonna be in LV. I want to see niggas like this in LV, ready to cop, able to cop. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand how you go from being a type nigga like this to you know what I'm saying, a Betty White type nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand how you go from clips to this. I don't get it. I understand style, elevation, we got all that. But this nigga look like he about to run the goddamn Zesty Boy Renaissance. I'm off it. And let's not even talk about the speedies, the bags and all that. He got a bag that's like, let's see, Pharrell LV $1 million bag. He got a bag that's like $1 million. Look at this shit. This shit is $1 million speedy. You want to know what the speedy is? Look at the size of this shit. It's not even that large. Pause. It's not even that. You know what I'm saying? And this shit is a fucking, this shit is more than 100. This is lots of hundreds. This shit is $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Who is this shit for? Look at him. Look at his, look at this. I don't understand what he's doing, bro. Look at this. Yo, look at my man. Yo, look at him on his side. It's just hilarious. But like, yo, honestly, who is this shit for, man? Like, I really don't understand it. Yeah, I understand they got like the gold little aglets and all this, the 24 karat, 18 karat gold, crocodile ass. I got all that. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't understand. You know who it's for, actually? It's for niggas just like this. This is Bron. You talking about $1 billion nigga right here. So, of course, it's for Bron. You understand? But for the regular consumer, I just feel like he left a lot of the streetwear dudes behind, man. Like, you cannot go from being a Bape ambassador, a Human Made ambassador, and then jump into LV, and then now you're just for the upper class. It just doesn't work like that. I would say the majority of Pharrell's fan base is urban. So within that comes different types of understandings. Like, okay, the urban class that mostly is the fan of you primarily, they don't have this type of bread. So you mean to tell me 7 out of 10, 70% of your fan base isn't, shit, maybe even 90% of your fan base is not able to afford $1 million bag. So my thing is, like, I just think Pharrell was for the people them. You understand? I don't know if Pharrell, I mean, Virgil is for the people, but I don't know if Pharrell is for the people. You understand what I'm talking about? He got shorty, he got my bae looking good, but the prices is too high. The price is too high. And a lot of niggas gonna be like, well, it's not for broke boys, so you're not gonna be able. My nigga, listen, bro. When Virgil was at LV, regular hood niggas just run through there and just cop a few pieces and dip. Go right back to the block with that shit. Like it's nothing. Now Pharrell's at LV, they might ask you, let me see your 401k, let me see your Robinhood before you even come. Let me see your brokerage account before you come in this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, they might ask you for your brokerage account before you go to cop some Pharrell. And I ain't really into that type of texture, man. I'm not into that type of texture, man. When Virgil was there, shit was lit, shit was edgy. You know, it was loud. I love all that shit. Now you go to LV, it's quiet in there. You're looking around. It's like a library in there. Bitch, I'm not showing you my brokerage account. I'm trying to get some slippers. Pharrell, LV, I don't know, man. Y'all can sound off in the comments or whatever, but you call me a broke nigga, blah, blah, blah. I like this fashion shit just like y'all niggas. And I think that Virgil, he was just something. I don't know if those shoes could be filled like that. Not saying there's no competition, because they was all gang. You know what I'm saying? Yay, Virgil, Pharrell, everybody gang. But nah.